Welcome back, everybody, to Admiral Dreadnaughts. Grandpa Gaming, and this is episode 17 of our Italian 1890 Legendary Campaign. So we left off last episode with two invasions running. Well, one naval invasion going on in South Vietnam, or in Cochin, China, which has a 70% chance of success with 4 more turns to go, and we have been given a conquest mission for Tonkin. And I have the Berbera fleet on the way to take care of that. So we're still at war with China. We have a war score of 381,898. It had 334 points. It's been pretty one-sided. Outside of losing some land early on, or from the last war, losing some land, we're quickly pushing them back this time around. Now, I'm trying to end this war sometime in the next few turns. So I need to reshift my focus because we've gotten way off track over here over in Asia. So I'm trying to get my focus reshifted back into Europe. And I'd like to finish taking down Spain before we start focusing. I'm going to have to start focusing on Germany. But the big part is getting Spain. So once we take southern Spain, western Spain, and northern France from them, and just push them off the board completely, this will basically be a reconstruction of the Roman Empire. We just have to take the Balkan states. I don't know why my government just hasn't started invading, because these have been uncontrolled for years now. Austria is not coming back anytime soon. Those have been uncontrolled for years. I don't know why we haven't taken them yet. And Egypt's an ally of ours, so we have nominal control of the North and South Egypt, just like Rome did. So we're pretty close to reforming what would be the Roman Empire. Land-wise, square mileage, we already exceeded, I do believe. We're either equal to or exceeded at this point, especially holding southern Russia, Ukraine. We've gone way beyond what my scope of this campaign was. And I just started rambling. All right. And luckily, we actually haven't had anything going on in America. I'm just staying away from there if I can help it. Politics-wise, trying to get down to Spain, trying to get them down back to war with us. It looks like the Soviet Union wants to go for another crack at us. We went back, we were in the positives, we're now back in negative 19. Looks like they want another crack at us, which will not be good for them. We only just ended our war with them. We took a lot from them that war. So they better not try that again. Otherwise, I will be taking the rest of their coastal regions and leave them stuck with Central Russia. All right, that should cover everything for now. I know I'm starting around because there's so much going on the map. This is just, the world is in a weird place right now, and we're trying to make it work in our favor. So I'll be back with the next major incident. All right, it's now December of 1941, and we do have our first major engagement here for this episode. And the Chinese have pulled together a pretty good fleet here. So the battleship Xusheng, even though she's just under 40,000 tons, is probably one of their newer battleships, because they were rush building a bunch of ships, and it has almost the same makeup as my fleet. It's a battleship, 2 heavy cruisers. It's got 4 light cruisers, where I would normally have 3, and 2 destroyers, where I'd have 5. I'm short one of my heavy cruisers right now because it's actually in for repairs, because I did have an auto-resolve battle that I ran. But the ships, numbers-wise, were even on. We do have a seasoned crew in the Vitellius. We do have the smaller guns, but they're going to be better guns anyway. Trained crew. Trained. Oh, all trained crews. I thought they had some combat experience. Like I said, I'm short the 1 heavy cruiser and the 1 destroyer in for repairs. And we did just land and take Cochin, China. So after this battle, I'm definitely going to be trying to sue for a peace and end this war. Let's go jump into it. Alright, we've started engaging the Chinese fleet at a range of around 24 kilometers. So both our heavy cruiser and the battleship are engaging it. Shows you how good the 10-inch guns on my heavy cruisers are, that they are hitting stuff at over 20 kilometers out. That's a fairly dangerous looking battleship, but she's already damaged. So, hopefully, yeah, she's... I didn't fight her. I don't know who they fought. Because I haven't fought this ship. If I did, I would have sank it. I fought their battle cruiser, which is in for repairs and an auto-resolve. This I did not fight. Probably the best design I've seen in a minute. We have a light cruiser here. No, that's a heavy. An old heavy. Well, that could be the lights. Yeah, they're the lights. Where are the heavies? Hold on. No, those are the two heavies. Here's a light cruiser. These are paper targets. Vitellius, don't switch your guns off the battleship. Keep your mains on that battleship. We got to take that down first. Trieste, you can fire whoever you want. Mincio. Yeah, you can target them for now. Kind of over the horizon firing. It looks like we can't even see them. Some hits in. Alright, let's get broadside. All of our barrels to bear. Because we got the 3 turrets on the rears. This is an older ship. Our aim right now. 20% aim. At a range of 11 kilometers. Oh, and our torps are already flying in. Look at that. We already got torps flying in. And they actually hit something. I'm amazed. Oh, that light cruiser's finished already. Let's turn off your torps so you don't fire them at us. I don't think we're not going to need the destroyers to make a run in on this one. Yeah, they're already moving away from us. Oof. All your brand new ships are going to the bottom, China. After this fight, they should take a peace deal, no questions asked. I reload these 14s. 46 seconds, that's actually not too bad. Look at that smoke puff, that's pretty awesome looking. I miss her, and she's coming across the bow. We might just hit this destroyer with some shots here. Nope. Nah, that was a bad hit. Oh, she's cooking off. Good screenshots here. I didn't get it right. I should have hit the pause button as soon as she started flashing off. Those would have been some good pictures, especially with all the smoke. Speed is long. We just got to finish off the fleet now. How's that battleship still afloat? How's that thing still up there? There she goes. And destroyers are coming in on torpedo run. There's a torp. Hard starboard. Drop speed, hard starboard. Actually, I may have to emergency reverse her. Like doing that, it messes with the engine. Something fierce. There we go. Back up to speed. Firing the mates at the destroyers. Oh, I feel bad for them. Goodbye. That's the deletion button right there. I'm not controlling where she's aiming, so these secondaries should be firing on their own in that direction. Let's put out some of our torpedoes. Looks like that heavy cruiser. Those are not going to hit anything. Take your secondaries on her, please. That she's already aiming. That's her torpedo tubes. Yes, the tubes. Our secondary should have been firing in both directions. 100% aim on those sixers. They'll take her down pretty quick. She's got no torpedo ammo left, so she's not a worry. But she can set fires. Goodbye. So just focus on the heavy cruiser in front of us. Let's see, who are you firing at? You're firing at them out there. Yes, who are you firing at? Same thing. Target that ship. The way she's maneuvering, I was about to say she might just run into one of these torpedoes. Chance she actually might. Yeah, she's gonna run into. They're gonna miss by the bow. Come on, hit. No, damn it. Just, oh, how the hell did that register as a hit? But I'll take it, because that torpedo was already passed and it registered as a hit. I will take it, though. Ooh, that was a heavy hit. Goodbye, Cho Young. Protected light cruiser. They got a good mixture of ships in here. Some older, some newer. Pushed you off, I didn't even notice. What else are you firing at? Yeah, you be focused right here. That's good. Rest your focus out there. Mencio. Focus on that. We don't need the mixed batteries on the one ship the battleship's firing at. It's 10s or 6 inches are ripping through this heavy. Oof. You're done. Let's just speed this up now. It's all over but the crying. That's all she wrote. We lost 45 men in that fight. They lost almost 6,000 and 9 ships. We had 12,459 victory points. They're 23. Not too shabby. Alright, our governments just signed a peace with each other. I actually didn't even have the chance to request it. My government, either my government or Chinese government was already requesting it. So, we have $4.3 billion to play with. I really should have grabbed Hong Kong. I really should have. But what I'm going to do is go for Laos. Because that'll just consolidate my hold on the peninsula. Let's see if they give that to us. And they gave it to us. Nice. Relations with Spain. Perfect. Basically, the only thing we don't hold for the peninsula is Cambodia. Actually, I should have gone for Cambodia instead of Laos. But we are taking Tonkin. This just means this is completely cut off. So that's fine also. Move the fleet into Camaron Bay. So everybody's repairing now. 193,000 tons in an 84,000 ton port. And the Berber fleet has 2 more turns here. And then I can ship them back to East Africa. Now the real focus. Back towards Spain. So they still like us, even with that negative. They're still plus 21 for us, so we're going to have to drive them to a war. I'm also trying to improve relations with the Soviet Union, because I don't want to go back to war with them again anytime soon. I need to focus on this first, which is probably going to put us into conflict with Germany or the British again. Probably Germany. I don't know how we've remained friendly with Germany this entire time, but we've been friendly with each other this entire campaign. But that's slowly starting to drag down as we're now like the 2 major powers of Europe. So things have been kind of going downwards. So we'll see where that leads. Alright, it is now January of 1945. And we've been at peace for the last 2 years. You can see my economy has very well recovered. The last time we looked at this screen with me, we were deficit spending by $1.5 billion a month. And we are now making 1.5, almost $1.6 billion a month. And we now have a nest egg of $87 billion. We're going to be using a lot of that. Since 1945, we're going to be doing the refits. But we're not going to be doing that this episode because the refits are going to take me about 2.5, 3 hours. And I just don't have the time to do that for this episode. So we'll just go over the map here real fast and talk about future plans. So, politics-wise, we were almost at war with Spain. We got them down to negative 58. It's taken me all this time to get them down to negative 58 while making nice with Germany and the U.S. Because Germany got pissed off at me at one point, the U.S. got pissed off at me, and I've had to push our relations back up with those 2 nations. Now I also just had to push my relations back up with Japan, and we actually got a big point increase on relations with them. Amazing. It was like a 22-point increase, so I don't have to worry about them for a minute. So While I'm continuing to push for war with Spain, I got to make nice with the Soviet Union and China now. And I have decided I'm going to add a 4th fleet. So right now I have both my battleships sitting in the 2 newer battleships are sitting in La Spezia. And I'm probably going to continue doing that from here on out. So I'm going to have a fleet. I'm going to have 5 battleships going forward after this new builds come out. And I'm building a new fleet here at Riga. So we're going to have a fleet at La Spezia, a fleet at Riga. So we are set up to fight Germany. The fleet at Barbera for Africa and the Indian Ocean. And I moved the Asia station into Comoran Bay because that's my biggest port right now, 94,000 tons. That's in Asia. And we also have 4 battle cruisers now instead of 3. So one's at Gibraltar, one's at Klaipeda. I probably just butchered the hell out of that name. One's going to be at Lamu, and the other's at Bintulu. So we're kind of setting ourselves up we can flex fleets to support each other fairly easily. So the longest transit any of the fleets have is actually the Barbera fleet trying to get to Asia. It takes them about 2 turns to get there, which is not much. And anything coming out of La Spezia, unless I have the max range on, it's going to take about 2 turns to flex up towards Riga. But it should be in this it should be within the English Channel region within 1 turn. Same with the Riga fleet. So I can have 2 fleets sitting in this region within 1 turn. So we can power project very easily, except over here in Western Africa. Here we can't power project. That's going to take 1 to 2 turns to get any fleet. Even our Africa station is going to take possibly 2 to 3 turns to get up into this region. The La Spezia fleet could be there faster. But Mediterranean's locked down. No one in, no one out, except for the Spanish because they do hold ports there. So, and going forward, we're going to have some interesting builds next episode as we have finished off the destroyer tree, we have finished the cruiser tree, and we have finished the torpedo tube tree. So we are slowly starting to spin down where the money's going, which is actually speeding up some of this research even further. So we can now have the 7,500 ton displacement destroyers, heavy cruisers that are like 20,000 tons, and we're going to be building some big boy support ships on the next episode. So I am now focusing all the money right now into armor forging, armor quality, and hull strengthening. And that's where all the money's going right now. Because that's what I view as more important, getting basically the costs down on armor, ship construction, and fewer flaws, stuff like that. That's where the money needs to go right now. As the ships are getting bigger and bigger, having the cheaper armor, less flaws, that's where we need to put the money. But we will end this episode right here. So once again, if you're a new viewer, returning viewer, you're not yet subscribed, please think about hitting that subscribe button. If you do, remember hit that bell icon until the next video comes out. If you're following along in the series and enjoying it, don't forget to drop an AP shell into that like button and HE shell into that comment section. And I will see you all at the next episode. Stay grumpy.